Hey, what's up, everybody? I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I made it on time. 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It is 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 219 of 365. And today is Tuesday, day 3 of the week. And on day 3, you already know what time it is. We discuss focus and concentration. Now, before I do that, I see everybody tuning in right on time at the top of the 9 o'clock hour. I love it. I love being on time. Love being on time. Let me go ahead and give shouts out to those that are on time. My brother, Arthur Hollingshed, AJ, I love you, man. I appreciate you. Big Frank your ain't called, Mr. Firefighter himself. All right, Gina says, my aunt, she is ready and watching. I see you. I see you. Those that are watching this on a repeat, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the repeat love. And those that want to watch this video in its entirety, you can do so on my YouTube channel. I am available on YouTube for your liking, viewing, sharing pleasure. So do all of that. Be a blessing to someone with these videos. Now, going right into it, pillar number 3. Pillar number 3 is focus and concentration. I was kind of bogged down and didn't know exactly what I was going to talk about today because it's only so much information out there, and I still try to find the most current and pertinent information I can give you all on the 7 subjects that I specialize in. And so I didn't want to start repeating myself over and over. So I came up with some solutions. These are solutions, okay? Now, me myself, just almost a year ago, I was diagnosed with ADHD. And that I was diagnosed with ADHD and a reading disorder. And when I was diagnosed with that, I was so happy. I was relieved. You would not believe how relieved I was when it was almost a year ago when I was diagnosed with ADHD, a combined type ADHD and a reading disorder with multiple symptoms. And I was relieved and excited because that answered all the questions that I've never asked as a child. You know, I had focus issues as a child, and I never grew out of those. I just learned to work twice as hard. It always took me twice as long to do. If it took the average student 1 hour to do an assignment, well, it took me 2 hours. So I was always the one asking for extra credit. I was always the one asking for extra time. That was always me. I was always that student. And to make the honor roll, I worked and busted my butt just to make all B's. And it hurt to do that because I worked so hard to do that. And all up until age 45, finding out that I was diagnosed with ADHD and the reading disorder, which now that I know, I was able to find out what I can do about it and make things better. So the light bulb has been turned on. So if you suspect yourself or your children, your loved ones, anybody that's under your roof, or that you have any type of guardianship over, if you suspect them of having any type of focus issues or a learning disability, I'm not real quick to tell you to go and get medication for it. I'm an all natural type of guy. Almost a year ago, a vegetarian since October, and all natural things, all natural soaps and things like that. That's what I use, and I don't want to fill my body or fill my temple with all types of artificial things and chemicals. So, but I want to master and build the mind. So here's what you can do. I got some steps, and you can have fun doing this. There are games out there. Games you can play as a family, and it builds family time, and it's also structured as to where it is time where you can put the phone down and build a relationship with your children or with those in your house. Have some family time and build and strengthen your mind and your brain at the same time. How do you do that? Crossword puzzles, things that have been around all the time that challenge our mind. Crossword puzzles, they cause us to think. They make us contemplate. They challenge us to move forward with the process of elimination, counting things out and why we are eliminating something. Crossword puzzles, the memory game, just the card game where you're flipping the cards over, you got all the cards face down and you're doing the memory game. That strengthens the mind. And it's a practice. Once you do this over and over and over, you are strengthening the mind. You are strengthening the focus and concentration skills. Not just memory. How about Sudoku? A lot of people enjoy the game Sudoku. I know a lot of adults enjoy it. A lot of kids aren't really into it yet, but they enjoy Sudoku. Sudoku strengthens the mind as well. Another game. And it's not even really a game. It's just something you can do as a family. How about the 100-piece jigsaw puzzle? Or the 500-piece, or the 1,000-piece. It's a jigsaw puzzle, and you get the kids excited about it. Everybody get down on the table, you spread all the pieces out, and everybody's like, okay, you get your piece, you find something to connect with, and you keep it, and you work on yours, and we'll all bring our pieces together. It gives them a sense of togetherness, and it gives them a sense of pride and responsibility as saying, hey, this is my part. I contributed to our family masterpiece. But not just that sense of pride and accomplishment that they have, but it also works on their mind, building strength. It strengthens their mind. It increases their limitations. It pushes them beyond their own expectations. So, and they may think they cannot do it by themselves, but when they're doing this with their parents, with their loved ones, they're like, okay, I can do this because they're doing this with me. So they have this sense of I can and I am, and that's a beautiful thing to do. Not just that, I got a couple more games for you. You got Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube, that's a challenge. People love challenges, competitions, friendly competitions. You can do this in the home. Rubik's Cube, you can take it anywhere. No problem at all. Just pull it out and figure it out. We used to cheat when I was a kid, pulling the stickers off and trying to replace the stickers, or we learned how to pop it apart piece by piece and put it back together as if we actually fixed it. Well, we weren't building our minds. We were actually being destructive and then constructive, putting it back together, but that wasn't challenging us to think. It didn't challenge us to focus. It challenged us to concentrate beyond our normal concentration limitations. So, your focus and concentration skills can be built with the Rubik's Cube. Not only that, Connect Four, a great family game. Connect Four, you can use that to build your focus and concentration. Another great game, chess. Learn to play chess. It challenges the mind. It makes you a strategist. And you become a strategist. You strategize in difficult times, in difficult moments. What does that teach you? It teaches you to strategize and become a strategist in life when you have life's difficult moments and difficult challenges. Even in school, if you are learning chess as a kid or as a child, you can use the principles of the game to master what's going on around you. Everything is a pawn and you are a king or whatever. You can do. Put yourself in the place of the pieces and make the world your chessboard. You got to get where you got to go. Protect yourself. How you protect yourself? Using what's around you. So you do that with the strategies of chess. Not only that, word search games. You can take a word, a real long word like multiplication. Take the word multiplication and find out how many words you can make out of the word multiplication, or how many words you can pull from the letters that spell multiplication, and put a time on it. Say, how many of y'all can do this? Make the most words in 3 minutes. Go. Things like that. And one of my favorite, it's not a board game, but it's billiards, shooting pool. That takes some really good hand-eye coordination, and especially when you are playing for defense in shooting pool. You got to have some good English on that cue ball. But to have good English on that cue ball, you got to have your focus and concentration on point. You got to have it to where you got to hit the ball at a certain point. You can hit that cue ball and make it, put a top spin or a bottom spin on it and make it go just far enough to hit the ball you want and come right back. Or you can place the cue ball in front of another hole to play defense on somebody. Things like that. It takes concentration and focus to do. But you can learn your focus and concentration and have fun doing it. So that's what I have for today. That is my lesson for today. It's not a whole lot. I didn't go real deep, but I went just deep enough to tell you that you have games in your house. You can go to the dollar store and work on your focus and concentration when the dollar store is much cheaper than medication. Also, it's easier on your body and your mind than medication. So That's what I have for today. And today is the end. It is the end of the day. Check yourself. Think about what you've done today. All the activities you've done, every performance you've done. Did they result in you making more excuses than making efforts? Or have you made more efforts than excuses? If so, check yourself. Make it known that you're going to do better tomorrow. Tell yourself, declare yourself, say, I am going to do better tomorrow. I'm going to make more efforts than excuses. Because every performance results in an excuse or in an effort. And that's all that I have for today in episode 219 of 365. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.